welcome back to Hear My. This is day 7 of our Proverbs study. And this one is about wisdom guards against immorality. And Luke 22:46 has a lot to do with this. Why sleep ye? Rise and pray, lest ye enter into temptation. And this chapter has a lot to do with that, talking about how to keep from getting tempted. This is something we should all study on, because the devil is out there like a roaring lion seeking to destroy. So I'll jump right in and get started. This is not a real long chapter, so it shouldn't take us long this morning to get through this one. It says, "My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law is the people of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. That they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths, a youth man void of understanding. Passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house, in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot, and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me this day. I have paid my vows. Therefore come I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the good man is not at home, he is gone a long journey. He hath taken a bag of money with him, and will come home at the day appointed. With her much fair speech she caused him to yield. With the flatterings of her lips she forced him. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths, for she hath cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death." And looking back into verse 6 through 23, it's saying, although this advice is directed towards young men, young women should heed it as well. The person who has no purpose in life is simple-minded. And that's what they're talking about in verse 7. It says, "And behold, among the simple ones I discern among the youth a youth man void of understanding." It says, without aim or direction, an empty life is unstable, vulnerable to many temptations. Even though the young man in this passage doesn't know where he is going, the seductress knows where she wants him. Notice her strategies. She is dressed to allure man. In verse 10, said she was dressed, she had the attire of a harlot. And it says in verse 13, she invites him over to her place. She says there, she caught him, kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him. And then verse 16 through 18, she cunningly answers his every objection. So she's not wanting to let him go. He's trying to have objections, and she's she's answering every objection, 16 through 18. And then in 19 through 20, she flatters him. Then in 21, she traps him. In 23. That's what it says, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. And it says here in the Bible, to combat temptation, make sure your life is full of God's word and wisdom. Verse 4, say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. It says, recognize the strategies of temptation and run away from them fast. Verse 25 says, let not thine heart decline to her ways, go not astray in her paths. It says there are definite steps you can take to avoid sexual sins. First, guard your mind. Don't read books, look at pictures, or encourage fantasies that stimulate the wrong desires. Second, keep away from settings and friends that tempt you to sin. Third, don't think only at the moment. Focus on the future. Today's thrill may lead to tomorrow's ruin. This is so true. And I hope that somebody out there got something out of it today. No, I did. We have to get up, rise up and pray, lest we enter into temptation. And stay prayed up, stay in the Bible, stay around good, clean fun. You know, it says there, take steps to avoid. Guard your mind. Don't look at stuff that could lead you into temptations. All you're doing is throwing kindling on the fire. Once you put it in your mind, those pictures you can't erase. They just keep playing and playing and playing and playing, and then you keep going back for more to try to appease the temptation. So just avoid it. And this is coming from the wisest man ever, other than Jesus Christ himself. This is the wisest man. He asked for wisdom from God, and God granted his wish. So this is everything we read here still going on in this day and time. People think this Bible's old. It's just an old book. Everything in this Bible's going on today. It's telling you how we should act today. If we all, as human beings, followed this Bible as our rule book for life, as our guide for life, instructions for life, this world will be a so much better place. So much better place. But we get into chapter 8 in the morning. It says, wisdom gives good advice. It's going to be a good one in the morning. I like chapter 8. It's a longer chapter, 36 verses in it. So that'll be good. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. I hope that you'll keep tuning in with me, and let's go 31 days together, and then let's find something else to dig into. Enjoy doing this. It makes my day so much better. It takes, I think I'm 9 minutes into this video now, somewhere right along there. I've read a whole chapter, talked to you, in under 10 minutes. We can catch ourselves flipping through our phone, looking at videos. 20, 30 minutes gone by just like that. You could have read 2 or 3 chapters and got your mind ready for the day, ready to go out here and jump into this day. And keep your mind focused on him, because we got to look at the future. We got to look at the goal at the end. That's what we're after. It's not about now. It's about later. But I want to thank you. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about it. Send this video to a friend. Y'all have a blessed day. Till next time.